Hey, what's up, guys? So, it's been a while since I've made a video, and it was a crazy video. So, last night I was out um, with my friends having dinner at like a sick restaurant, and I come back home and I see the chaos that is ensuing. And if you're living under a rock and you don't know what's up, I'm talking about CS:GO, CS2, whatever you want to fucking call it. It doesn't even matter, bro. Um, but if you didn't know, I had a shit ton of skins in CS:GO. So I had like probably like close to $200,000. Um, and someone may call me like a retard for having all that money in a video game. But I come home and I see everything I have is just absolutely like decimated, you know? So I like instantly lose 100,000, just because someone at Valve, managing the CSGO skins, decided, you know what? We're gonna let you trade 5 reds into knives and gloves. I don't know what they were fucking smoking or thinking, but they decided that. So like 2 weeks ago, I remember I bought like an M9 Ruby, bro. You know, and that shit was like 16,000 Canadian dollars. And I was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna flip it for 18,000 Canadian, make an extra 2K. And you know what? I checked yesterday, last night, and someone was selling it for like 11,000. Oh my god, it's over. And that's like the best case scenario, right? I had like thousands of like glove cases, and they've just plummeted. And if I still had my Lambo, I sold it. I might have had to pull a mixed skillet at this point. You know what I mean? I might have had to just hit the highways. I'm kidding. Um, and a lot of people would say, "Why'd you invest so much in a video game? It's just a video game. You should have expected that. You should have invested in real stocks." And if this was like 50 years ago, I would have truly agreed with you. But it's like wherever you invest these days, it's messed up either way. You invest in crypto, and you already saw what happened, right? Like insider trading minutes before Bitcoin crashes. You don't think Trump like made hundreds of millions just crashing the market? So obviously crypto is just for insiders. So is the stock market. Stocks are like so overvalued now because like everyone's like passively investing into everything. Um, Now video games, they can just have one bad update. And I trusted Valve because for over 10 years they haven't done something this retarded, right? But ever since the terminal update and like CS2 in general, um, it's just been slowly downhill, and then like it just crumbled off a cliff, after this update. Um, and I know there's like smaller like traders or like average Joes, and they're like, yeah, I can get a sick skin now, and it's like, bro, the whole idea, to me at least, even when I was a kid and I couldn't afford these sick skins, is like skins are cool because they hold value. It's like, damn, that's sick. Like that's a $10,000 deal right there. That's sick. If it was $1, it's not gonna be cool. It's cool because it's expensive, and because there's history behind it, and because it's had like a run up, right? It's been going up in price for 10 years, and that's sick, right? But if they're gonna introduce these random updates like arbitrarily, there's just no trust, right? So you might be wondering what I'm gonna do, and that's gonna be like waiting a little bit, right? I'm sure markets are overreacting a little bit, but to be honest, I've lost the confidence I've had in Valve, and so I'm gonna wait a little bit, um, for the prices to like stabilize, and I'm just gonna cash out. Um, Before this, like I was making a good amount of passive income, which is why I had this money into the game. You know, I was making a couple hundred, I would say, each day, just like flipping skins, and like I would spend like 30 minutes a day, like making a couple hundred. Why would I not do that, right? And then I had like a shit ton invested in cases, right? I had like thousands of glove cases, thousands of fan cases, like 6 to 7 thousand Spectrum cases, uh, even more Prisma cases. Then I had like a bunch of rubies, Ruby M9, Ruby Flip Knife, Ruby Stiletto, Black Pearls, like Black Pearl Bayonet, multiple Black Pearl Huntsman, whatever. Who cares? Um, it's just, what's the point though, you know? Um, and I don't know. I'm sure there's people that are happy, but obviously I'm not. You know. Um, and it sucks because like in this day and age, no matter where you invest, whether it's crypto, the stock market, video games, there's always gonna be someone controlling it, and it's not like before. It's not like before times where things were stable. Um, it's because the people at the top don't care about stability anymore. It's not like average returns aren't enough, you know? So they're gonna push people to the limit. And if you're a small player in CSGO and you think this is gonna help you, you might think it does short term, but um, I'm curious how this is gonna be long term. Um, but in general, I feel like I'm just like too old for video games. You know, I don't care about this nerdy shit anymore, you know? I'm just like I don't care about video games. I don't care about making games. And like games just don't interest me, you know? I feel like there's just more to life than just like sitting at home playing Fortnite against like 12-year-old Jimmy that just has nothing else to do, you know? I'd rather go outside in the real world, meet fucking people, and do interesting stuff. And it was like totally the opposite when I was younger. I remember like I would play games to cope with who I was, right? And to escape reality. I'm sure that's why a lot of people play games, right? And like the older I got, it's like it's the opposite, you know? It's like I want to be reality. I want to meet the challenges there are in the real world, you know, rather than coping. And there's nothing wrong with playing video games, but it's like, am I really gonna spend 12 hours a day trying to grind some competitive game just to be like just average? Because that's like people are just spending so much time on these games, you know, and that just can't be me anymore. I'd rather work out and shit, you know. Um, but at the same time, I do miss like streaming, you know. I was making videos and like streaming, playing games, but it's like I don't know. Do I really want to play games? I don't really know. I don't really know anything. I feel like in life, I'm in like a transitionary period, and in the past year, I've just been through so much beyond just like this 100K that I just evaporated out of like nowhere. You know, it just like went into the clouds. Who knows? Some dude at Valve probably took it. But like, um, just had like my family take money from me. I've had like the surgery I've been going through, um, and everything. So I feel like this has been the hardest year. But you know what? I'm still happy. You know, like I lost 100K, and I'm sure there's like people that are more depressed than me on their day-to-day life than I am losing this 100K. Like, it sucks, but it's like I woke up and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna work out, and like obviously I'm still not fucking huge, but like compared to before, like I feel like I'm different. I'm confident enough to go outside because of the surgeries I've had, and also like the work I've put into myself and the socializing I've been doing. I'm like, I like going outside, I like meeting new people. I want to make new friends and like do like experiences which I was too insecure to do ever since I was like young. And my friend like said this recently. It's like, he's like, you're like a tiger in like a gazelle's body. And like that hit me. I'm like, that is so true. It's like I felt so nerdy on the outside, but it's like on the inside I just wanted to socialize with everyone. You know what I mean? And like ever since I've been getting older, I feel like I'm more able to do that. I feel confident enough, and I don't need to stay at home every day, the whole day, and like cope with video games or whatever that is. I think what would be sick is if I could like stream and like do IRL streams, because I'm like, I have like such a low inhibition now. I like literally like when I go out with my friends, I talk to random people on the streets, say like funny jokes, and I don't really give a fuck. Whereas like before, I was like way too insecure for that, right? So I think like going outside and like making RL content would be sick, and like maybe I'll do that. But either way, this video is getting like so off topic. It's like I didn't even make a single cut. But either way, the point is I lost 100,000 in a day, and you know what? I don't give a fuck. I mean, I do. It sucks. I wish I didn't. I wish I could continue trading because I love like the history of skins, and like people may you think, ew, you're a trader, you don't play the game, but it's like I love the history of skins. I love that there's like these super like valuable skins and knives, and it's like over all these years it's been going up, and it's like so sick, right? And Valve truly had the formula, and it's like now it's just like it's just all gone. That facade, that trust, it's just, it's not there anymore. And I wonder like what I could do now, because like that was one of my passions, was like CSGO and TF2 trading, and there's not really any game like that, where you could just like trade off. I'm sure there's like games like I don't know, like old school RuneScape, and I'm sure there's like merchants on there that have like a lot, but you can't really convert that to money, and it's just not interesting to me when there's not that money component. Crypto is not interesting to me because it's just like all these like insiders, and like it's like, okay, maybe I can make a crypto and like pump and dump it, is that cool? Not really. I can like be a stock dude that like gambles every day, and it's just all a gamble unless you're like a billionaire insider in the government. Am I that? No. Do I have connections to that? No. So it's like, what is there to invest in? Do I want to invest in houses and like be a boomer? No, not really. I don't know. Either way, if you made it this far, thank you so much. If you can subscribe and like the video, leave a comment. Obviously, that's gonna help me in the algorithm, and hopefully, I'll be making more content soon for you guys. This is just like a lot more relaxed than most of my videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a little life update, Anyways, peace out, guys.